Hey everybody, welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I am your host, Pastor KZ. Those of you who have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I will notify you each time I upload a new video. To my current subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. Now, let me say that all this week, my attire would be shades of blue. Shades of blue. I even got the nails blue this time, and I didn't plan that. Y'all listen up. The eyewear line, I got about 10 pair I have selected, but I need to run some more back through you to see how you feel about them. On a scale of 1 to 5, put it in the comment section, just a number, if you like this particular frame. And this is an all plastic frame. And this frame I will probably do in about 3 different colors. So let me know what you think about it. And don't forget, email me at walkinfavor61@yahoo.com and we can continue some dialogue. Also, please hit thumbs up, share the video, and comment. Let's get started this week with our hot topics. Hot topics all week. First, I want to say let's continue to keep Jamie Foxx in prayer. Continue to keep Madonna in prayer. She just had a situation. So let's just keep everybody lifted up in prayer. Also, an update on the Jonathan Majors situation. Y'all, they done arrested Karen. They say Karen didn't tell the truth and she was intoxicated. Well, Jonathan, things might be looking up for you, but answer this question, Jonathan. Where was this footage and information prior to them putting you on blast out there like that and having you lose a lot of contracts and some money? Jonathan, I told you, your legal team, not so sure about them. Let's get busy. Y'all, I am starting off this week with, I gotta do it. I wasn't gonna even talk about this because everybody's talking about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. The BET Awards. That show has gone down. The best BET Awards to me, in my opinion, was the one when Monique killed it. She was the host. That was the best BET Awards just for me. When Monique walked out there and she was doing the Beyonce dance with all of the plus size dancers, that was the best BET Awards. Y'all might need to call Monique and say, sis, come on back and host again. But y'all, let's talk about something. The elephant in the room. Y'all know I am a diehard Patti LaBelle fan. Patti is my girl. Been to several of her concerts. Just love myself some Patti. Y'all, BET, y'all fumbled the bag, first of all, on the Tina Turner tribute. Y'all just fumbled that completely. Let me talk about it, y'all. Mama Patti, no, she did not know the words to Simply the Best. Why did y'all call Mama Patti at the last minute? Because y'all didn't seem to give Mama Patti enough time to learn the song and prepare for the song. It was people in the audience singing the songs word for word. Now, don't blame this on Mama Patti's age, because Patti can still sing. She still have pipes to sing. She might not can hit them high notes she used to sing when she was doing New Attitude, but Patti still can sing. I just think the whole effort of the Tina Turner tribute was just awful. It was awful at best. If nothing else, y'all should have just waited, BET, and did an entire Tina Turner tribute show. And that way you could bring other artists in who can still hit some of Tina's note. It's hard to mimic Tina Turner's voice. Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, it's just hard for these young girls to sing like that. Some of them don't have the pipes or the talent, really. Some of them are studio singers at best. But let me give my opinion about who I thought could have handled the Tina Turner tribute. And y'all only did the Simply the Best song? No. If you do a Tina Turner tribute, the following songs, in my opinion, has to be sung. And I felt like, and still feel like, if you all do a tribute show to her down the line, I feel like Fantasia could bring the house down with Private Dancer. What y'all think? Fantasia could have done Private Dancer. That's one of the songs you must sing if you're doing the Tina Turner tribute. The next person, Mary J. Blige, could definitely sing Let's Stay Together. Because you all know Mary doesn't have the range as some of these artists, but for a raspy type and What's Love Got to Do with It, that song really doesn't require a lot of modality changes, so I think Mary could have handled that particular song. Beyonce could definitely slay Proud Mary. And even River High, I think she could sing that. Because I've heard Beyonce sing Proud Mary. And I think Beyonce could do Proud Mary. You got to sing Proud Mary if you're doing the Tina Turner tribute. And one of the newer girls, I think, Jasmine Sullivan, I think could have handled We Don't Need Another Hero. Those songs, I really think, and I still believe Patty can handle Simply the Best, only this time learning all of the words. Because that way, Patty was relying on the teleprompter, and the teleprompter got stuck. Tina Turner songs, you can't rely on teleprompters. You've got to know it. And see, Patty couldn't really be her Patty self because she was focusing on reading the teleprompter. But I think given another opportunity and her learning the words, I think Patty still was the right choice and the right voice for Simply the Best. What say you? Y'all, I just gotta say this. BET, the only saving grace to that show this year was the 50-year hip-hop tribute. Y'all, this was such a low-budget show. Just low budget. It didn't seem like they put no effort into it. And the sponsorship was it was low budget at best. Really, y'all? Come on. I have seen them put more effort into the Hip Hop Source Awards than this. But let me say this. The Busta Rhymes performance, I actually liked it. I don't think the energy was there in the audience because half of the audience don't really know Busta Rhymes' catalog. But I think Busta Rhymes pulled it off quite well. So that performance was good, and his speech was good. It was a little long-winded, Buster. Okay? Kind of shave it down next time. But y'all, let me just say this. Something was going on with the audience. Did y'all see the young girls twerking and carrying on? And Dr. Bobby Jones was sitting on the other side. Him and his team was wondering, when are they going to learn how to show respect? The show was just so slow-paced, and half of the younger crowd that was there, the old school people didn't really even know them. But y'all, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 2.5, my rating. But I do feel that since Tyler Perry has purchased BET, I think he would do well to rebrand that entire show. And I also have an issue with this show. It does not recognize old school gospel. It just we don't know about nobody but Maverick City, Kurt Franklin, and a few other people. And I just think the gospel genre is truly ignored if you're going to give out BET awards in every genre. And also the soul R&B genre, it is lost in the BET awards, because you should just brand that as the hip hop awards and then do a separate show for that. Celebration of Gospel, I feel, needs to return. And I do think even when you're doing Celebration of Gospel, Tyler Perry, since you were the new owner, I think it needs to cover not just contemporary gospel artists, because there are a lot of people love old school music. We love Shirley Caesar. We would love to see Dorothy Norwood. We would love to see some of the old quartets, the Williams brothers. So think about that, Tyler. Y'all, I got to say this when I get through talking about this BET Awards. Lotto, Really? Y'all, Coco Jones. I know y'all raving about her and stuff. And this is no knock on her, but she is just not a live performer. And to me, she is one of those girls that has a studio voice. She just doesn't have stage presence. I'm sorry, Coco. If you just hone your skills a little bit better. Just boring. All of this singing with auto tunes, backup tracks, singing over re-recorded vocals. To me, that's just a snooze fest. But I tell you this, and I'm going to stand on it. Patti LaBelle still have more class than 99.9% of some of these people out there. Now, put that in you. Just put that on your list and say, Pastor KZ said it. Call me if y'all disagree. Congratulations to Brandy, Carl Weathers, Toni Braxton, the late Chadwick Boseman. They will be getting their Hollywood Walk of Fame. I have no issue with those selections. Well deserved. Also, y'all, I'm finna switch gears a little bit. Prayers go up for Sarah Ferguson. We used to call her Fergie, the former wife of Prince Andrew. She has a medical issue she's going through, so keep her in prayer as well. Y'all, Don Lemon finally spoke up a few months after he was let go from CNN. Y'all know CNN trying to recircle the wagons to get Don back. Don said, I'm not interested. Good for you, Don. Finally standing up for yourself. And plus, Don, they gonna pay you that $25 million they owe you. Get your bag, Don, and get your own show and move on. You don't have to beg for their scraps, or you were rejected, tossed aside, thrown away, fired. Now they see nobody is watching and nobody is interested in the new branded people. So now they're coming back trying to offer you a deal, Don? Really? Bye, CNN. Sit down somewhere. Y'all, congrats to Blair Underwood. I'm going to be a little bit shady on you, Blair. Now, Blair was married all those years to someone. They got divorced. And guess what, y'all? Blair done married his friend of 43 years. They have 9 kids between the two of them and grandchildren. And they say they have loved each other since age 16. But they went on both to marry different people. And now they've circled the wagon back and they made it happen. Congratulations to you. I want to say this. Vivica A. Fox, sis, call me. Still might be a chance for you. Who knows? Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. 50 Cent, he might call you after 40-some years. Who knows? You've already been in love with him 20, so he's the love of your life. So who knows? As you said on Sherri Shepherd's show, you said Ben and Jen got back together after 20 years, so there's always hope. Vivica girl, move on. Find you a man who wants you. 50 is just not interested. I hate to say that to you, sis, but you kind of looking thirsty and desperate right about now. 50 done moved on. Get you a new man, girl. Now, Maury Povich. Y'all remember the Maury show? He had all of this sensationalized shows back in the day. And remember he used to do the paternity shows. You are not the father. Y'all, I'm telling you something. Certain people know how to brand things and get a bag. Maury done started his own paternity test company where they'll be selling paternity test kits. Go ahead on, Murray, and do your thing. Now, let's talk about Sir Elton John. Do we want to talk about him? I know. I like Elton John, especially the album with the Philadelphia Freedom song on it, Goodbye Yellow Brick Rose. I like Elton. Y'all, he says he's retiring. Says he's doing his farewell tour. I'm going to talk more about Elton another show, okay? But Sir Elton, I do think it's time. I believe it's time for you to say goodbye. Y'all, let me just pause here and say this. We have so many artists out there who are legends and icons. Elton John is an icon and a legend. Tina is a legend and an icon. Patti, Gladys Knight, some of them are up in age now. They're in their 70s, some close to 80 or 80. Dionne Warwick. These are legends. They're icons. you know. But at some point in time, I believe in passing the torch. Passing the torch. You know, even if Aretha had passed the torch, it's never going to be but one queen of soul, and that was Aretha. She could have passed the torch and had a princess of soul. You know, at some point, Mary J. gonna have to pass the torch of the queen of hip hop soul to a new girl. She's the princess of hip hop soul. At some point, you gotta know when to let go, and you don't have to be on tour the whole year at 70 and 80. You don't even have to tour like that in your 50s. Sometime, let go. You done made your money. You've had your fame, lighten your time in the spotlight. You're going to forever be in our hearts, but know when to walk away. Y'all agree with that? Now, Kevin Costner. Y'all know Kevin Costner. Well, he told his 7 kids he was divorcing their mother via a 10-minute Zoom call. Kevin, boy, bye. Your kids are grown. You got 7 adult children, you and your wife. It didn't dawn on you that we can have this conversation, and even on a phone call. You called them all together via a Zoom meeting to just say, "Oh, I'm divorcing your mom. I found someone else. I'm moving on." Who does that? And now you are upset that your children are upset with you because they say, "Daddy, you didn't do that right. You didn't handle that right, Dad." Kevin, I just think there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, and that wasn't the way to go. Now, let's talk about The Game, the show. Remember the TV show, The Game, with, I forgot her name. She was on the Steve Harvey show. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That particular show. Well, you know, it was good in its heyday, but the show got rebranded. Y'all, they done canceled it. How many weeks have I been saying these new rebooted shows just don't land? They just don't. They're trying it with Sex in the City, but thank God Sex in the City, no. We're just going to do a few episodes of this and move on. We're just trying to wrap up some loose ends. We're not trying to keep doing this because certain things you can't remanufacture and reinvent. Let it go. You all will get other jobs. Now, I got to say this because I'm going to be a little bit shady on this because y'all know. If y'all have seen my YouTube short where I talk about the Angela Bassett Oscar debacle. Y'all, so I want to understand this. So now Angela Bassett is getting an honorary Oscar. For real. Just to Pastor KZ, I'm going to tell you what that says to me and to all the world who watch the Oscars. That I, by the way, declared that I was on a sabbatical from. And unless they nominate them girls who finna do The Color Purple, okay? Just let me say this. I will go back if those girls get nominated. Let's just put that out there. But to me, if y'all giving Angela an honorary Oscar, are y'all trying to make up for last year's? Because y'all know, and I know, Angela Bassett should have won that Oscar for Wakanda. You all know that. And you know she was robbed from What's Love Got to Do With It when she did it, the Tina Turner movie. So are y'all trying to make up for those 2 debacles? Because technically, Angela should already have 2 Oscar wins. But y'all gave it to Jamie Lee Curtis. So now y'all circling her back the very next year and giving Angela an honorary Oscar. Y'all know that don't even look right. To anybody who see that, know what this is about. You had people in the audience shocked that Angela didn't win. Angela, girl, take it from Pastor Casey. Call me, girl, because I hear you're in Florida a lot of times. Call me, sis. Because I'm going to tell you, you put your best dress on. Have your best stylist do you that night. Have your makeup girl want your best wig. You and Courtney B. Vance, your husband, y'all walk on up in there. Claim the room and go on up there and make the speech that you're going to give the one you would have gave last year, okay, at the Oscars. Don't even say thank you for this honorary Oscar. Say thank y'all for this Oscar. Let them know, girl, you there. Some people are saying, Angela, don't go boycott. No, sis. Go on. Go on, walk up in there with your head held high. Now, let's talk a little bit before I go. I want to talk about Zion Williamson, the NBA player for the New Orleans Pelicans. Y'all know he got something going on with side chicks, baby mom, all of this kind of stuff. Well, we know that's typical of professional athletes, right? I mean, you go to any of the draft shows, and I saw in one guy, basketball player, he's going to get drafted. I got drafted for the NBA. And at one of the tables one time, 4 of his baby mamas were sitting there. Whatever happened to wives? Well, anyway, Zion, they talking about you. There's video footage of you, Zion. First of all, how you have time to have baby mamas and side chicks and you going to gender reveal parties? How you have time to do all of this stuff, but you don't have time to get in there and put a basketball in your hand, something you're paid very highly to do, and you can't get your weight under control. You can't hire a dietitian and a nutritionist and get yourself on the court. Zion, all I'm seeing is Kwame Brown here. You look like a bust to me. Pretty soon, all of these chicks who chasing after you, talking about they side chicks, baby mamas, and all of this, when your bag stop flowing and you average Joe working at McDonald's or in a warehouse driving a forklift, something, they're going to be gone. Zion, somebody need to pull your coattail, boy. Charles Barkley tried to tell you. Shaq has tried to tell you, get yourself in physical playing shape, or else all of this other stuff you doing off court, I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder about that whole draft. You and Ja Morant, and y'all need to do better. That's all Pastor KZ got for you on this Monday. But you know what? I want to leave you with some words of encouragement. You all know when I do my shows, it's all about opinion. I don't try to do anything to hurt anybody. I use the Fair Use Act where all of this stuff is already reported. So I am just giving my opinion. But y'all, I want to say something. There are a lot of people hurting right now. There are a lot of people going through some mental health issues right now. Y'all, depression is real. Depression is real. Please, we as a people, we got to get our health care, our self-care, and our emotional wellness. We've got to get that under control. Some people don't have money they can't go and get the mental health counseling that they need. And there are a lot of people, especially in the African American and the Latina community, where getting therapy is a taboo because our ethnicities are taught that everything that's going on in the house stays in the house. Keep things secret, keep it in, hold it in. Y'all, we got to get our communities' emotional wellness in a better state. Y'all, yes, frustration, stress, anxiety, depression, there are all type of things going on in our communities. People have undiagnosed bipolar, undiagnosed schizophrenic, schizoid personalities, clinical depression. I can speak on those things because I was trained in those things. So y'all, we gotta get our emotional wellness taken care of. I want you all to understand there is no shame in saying I need help. There's no shame in saying I need to take a time out. And there is simply nothing wrong with you going to talk to somebody. Because sometimes you can't talk to members of your family. Because y'all, truth be told, some of them experiencing the same thing you are. So you can't help each other because you both need help. And also remember, some people who are dealing with the highs, they either manic or they depressed. It's a high and a low. One day they up, one day they down. That's a nothing in between, and that's a crash. Please, y'all, take care of your emotional and your mental health needs. You don't have to stay in situations that you don't want to be in. And that preludes to our topics for the rest of the week. This week, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about regrets. Stay with me this week, y'all. And remember, if you're not focused, get focused and find your balance, because everybody needs peace of mind. And also, Understand self-care is the best care. Be a blessing to yourself and be a blessing to others. And also, always walk in favor. I will see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.